Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's presentation. I'm excited to guide you through key strategies and resources that will help you transition successfully from college to your career. Our focus will be on enhancing your interview skills and understanding career readiness. Let's get started on this journey to prepare you for a successful career ahead. Here's a brief overview of what we will cover today. We'll start by discussing the essential aspects of career readiness and exploring the four pillars of career readiness that guide all of our programs, workshops, presentations, and appointments. Next, we'll go over crucial steps to take before your interview. This includes gathering necessary documents, planning logistics, and preparing to make a strong first impression. We'll then dive into strategies for handling the interview itself. This will cover how to approach various types of questions, present your qualifications effectively, and maintain professionalism throughout the conversation. After the interview, it's important to follow up appropriately. We'll discuss steps to take to ensure you leave a positive impression and stay engaged in the process. We'll provide a template for crafting a thoughtful thank you note to send after your interview, including timing recommendations for sending it based on the interview schedule. Finally, we'll review the resources available to support your career development, including drop-in consultations, appointment options, internship information, and various platforms and social media channels. Let's get started with career readiness and build a solid foundation for your career journey. Let's begin by defining what it means to be career ready. As shown in this slide, career readiness is more than just having a degree. It involves having the skills and experiences needed to make a successful transition from college to your post-graduation success. Career readiness is twofold. One, it's having the skills and experiences. You need to acquire essential skills and gain relevant experiences. You can do this through various avenues such as classes, internships, on campus jobs. Then, it's demonstrating your skills to future employers. It is crucial to effectively communicate and showcase your skills during interviews. You need to highlight first interpersonal skills, which is your ability to interact and collaborate with others, then cognitive skills, your problem solving and critical thinking abilities, and third, applied skills, which are practical skills relevant to specific tasks or job functions. These are often referred to as core competencies. By focusing on both acquiring these competencies and effectively demonstrating them in your interviews, you'll be well prepared to impress potential employers and succeed in your job search. Throughout this session, we'll explore how to articulate the skills and experiences effectively during interviews to make a strong impression. Moving on to the next slide, let's explore the four pillars of career readiness that guide our approach to preparing you for successful career transition. Each pillar is essential and we offer various resources to support you in each area. First, gain and develop knowledge and skills. This pillar focuses on applying your academic knowledge and career readiness competencies to your post-graduation plans. It includes developing both technical and non-technical skills relevant to your field. We provide resources such as workshops and access to platforms like Handshake, LinkedIn Learning, and Coursera to help you build and enhance these skills. Then we have discover and understand values and interests. Understanding your values and interests is crucial for making informed career decisions. To support this, we offer Focus 2, a tool that helps you explore your career interests and align them with your career goals. Additionally, we provide career planning and exploring appointments where you can work one-on-one with a career development specialist to gain insights into how your values and interests can guide your career choices. Then we have make and leverage connections. Networking is key to discovering career paths and opportunities. We organize various events such as panels and career fairs to help you connect with faculty, staff, mentors, and peers. These events are designed to facilitate networking and provide you with valuable opportunities to build and leverage connections within your field. Lastly, we have plan and manage career paths. Effective job search and career management are vital for long term success. We offer career planning appointments that can assist you in navigating the job market, negotiating salaries, evaluating job offers, and managing your career trajectory. These appointments provide personalized guidance to help you make informed decisions about your career path. Each of these pillars and the associated resources are designed to help you build a solid foundation for your career. By utilizing these resources, you will be well prepared to transition successfully from college to your professional life. As we continue, we will explore how these pillars can guide you in preparing for and succeeding in interviews. Let's start with the before the interview. Before your interview, preparation is key. First, gather all the necessary documents. This includes resume, cover letters, and any references or portfolio pieces you plan to share. Make sure to save digital copies and print 5 copies of your resume. Highlight specific accomplishments on your resume to make them stand out. Also, bring a pen and a small notebook for note taking, and have a list of references or a writing sample ready to present if they request it. Next, plan out the logistics of your interview day. Know the location of the interview, how long it will take to get there, and any backup plans in case of unexpected delays. Consider visiting the interview location the day before to familiarize yourself with like parking, traffic patterns, and the route. Plan to arrive 10 to 15 minutes early. Dressing for the job is essential. Choose professional attire that aligns with the company culture. One tip that I can give you: when you arrive early, use the extra minutes to observe the workplace dynamics. Overall, being organized and prepared will help you feel more confident and focus on the big day. Research is another crucial step in your interview preparation. Start by getting to know the company. Use the company's website, social media posts, and recent press releases to gain a solid understanding of their mission, values, products or services, and recent news or developments. This will not only help you tailor your answers, but also show your genuine interest in the role. Equally important is knowing yourself. Be ready to discuss your skills, experiences, and how they align with the job you are applying for. Consider the key skills the role may require, such as communication, attention to detail, or problem solving. Reflect on specific examples from your experience that highlight these skills and how they relate to the positions. Lastly, identify any questions you want to ask the interviewer. Thoughtful questions demonstrate your engagement and curiosity about the role and the company. Finally, practice makes perfect. Conduct mock interviews with a friend, a career development specialist, or even in front of a mirror. This will help you get comfortable with articulating your thoughts and refine your answers. At UTA, you have access to a great tool called interviewing.com. This platform allows you to practice in a virtual interview setting, giving you a chance to review your performance and make adjustments before the real interview. Additionally, prepare for the different type of interviews you might encounter. One example is out of office interviews. If your interview is held off-site, ensure you know the location, arrive early, and consider any travel time. Another example is phone interviews. I would recommend finding in a quiet place, having your resume and notes handy, and practicing speaking clearly and confidently. Another example can be video interviews. I would recommend testing your technology beforehand, ensuring a professional background, and maintaining good eye contact with the camera. Other example, group interviews. Be prepared to interact with multiple interviewers, listen carefully, and contribute thoughtfully to discussions. Lastly, we have performance interviews. If you will be asked to perform tasks or present, practice the relevant skills and prepare any materials you will need. The more you practice, the more confident and prepared you will feel. Now, let's talk a little bit about during the interview. During the interview, you'll likely encounter different type of questions. Two common categories are behavioral questions and skills-based questions. Behavioral questions are designed to understand how you have handled situations in the past. They often start with phrases like tell me about a time when or give me an example of. These questions aim to establish what motivates and drives you, how you think and act, and how you approach your work. For example, you might be asked, what is your typical way of dealing with conflict? Give me an example of when you have had to use this approach with a difficult customer. Or give me an example of a time when you have been part of a group working toward a specific goal. What was your role in the group? Now, skills based questions, on the other hand, focus on your technical abilities and knowledge related to the job. Additionally, competency based interview questions are asked to help learn about your skills and knowledge and to determine if you have the level of competency required to succeed in the job. You might be asked, describe a time when you were required to use your analytical skills to make an informed decision, or tell me about a time when you use your creativity to solve a problem. Recognizing these question types will help you tailor your responses effectively and showcase your qualifications. And remember, treat everyone you encounter with respect. When answering questions, specifically behavioral ones, providing specific examples is crucial. A great way to structure your responses is by using the STAR method: situation, task, action, and result. First, describe the situation or challenge you faced. Then, explain the task you needed to accomplish. Next, discuss the actions you took to address the challenge. And finally, share the result or outcome of your actions. This method helps you present a clear, concise, and compelling story that demonstrates your skills and experiences. Let me give you an example. If asked about the time you led a project, you might respond. First, situation. At my previous job, our team was tasked with improving customer satisfaction scores, which had dropped significantly. Then, task. I was assigned to lead a project to identify and address the key issues impacting our scores. Then, action. I conducted customer surveys, held focus groups, and implemented new customer service training for the team. Lastly, result. As a result, customer satisfaction scores increased by 25% over the next 6 months, and we received positive feedback from clients about the improvement. With any interview questions you answer, tie your background to the job by providing examples of solutions and results you've achieved in your career so far. Use every opportunity to address the requirements listed in the job description. Keep your answers concise and focused. Do not ramble. Some of the most common interview questions include tell me about yourself, what are your strengths and weaknesses, and why do you want to work for this company or in this role. For tell me about yourself, focus on your professional background, key achievements, and what brings you to this interview. When discussing strengths and weaknesses, choose strengths that align with the job and weaknesses that you have actively worked to improve. And when answering why this company or role, link your research on the company with your personal career goals and values, showing that you are a great fit. As I mentioned before, interviews are a two-way street. Prepare smart questions for your interviewers, such as what are some mistakes new employees make so I can avoid them or be aware of them, or how has company XYZ responded to recent news of ABC. These questions demonstrate your proactive approach and interest in the company's current and future dynamics. Lastly, let's talk about after the interview. Take some time to assess your performance and the experience. Reflect on the tough questions you were asked and how you handled them. This will help you identify areas of improvement in future interviews. Also, think about the environment and culture of the company. Did it feel like it was a good fit for you? These reflections will give you valuable insights as you consider the next steps in your job search. Next, be sure to take some important steps after the interview. Start by sending a thank you card or email to express your appreciation for the opportunity. This is a simple but effective way to leave a positive impression. If the interview was in the morning, send the thank you note in the afternoon. If it was in the afternoon, send it the following morning. In your note, reiterate your interest in the position and briefly mention something specific from the interview that stood out to you. Also, make a note of any hereby date mentioned during the interview so you know when to expect a response. If you have not heard back by the hereby date, it's appropriate to follow up. A polite follow up email shows that you are still interested in the position and eager to hear about the next steps. Keep your message brief, reiterating your interest and ask for an update on the hiring process. This can help keep you on the interviewer's radar without being overly persistent. On this slide, you'll see a thank you note template that you can use after your interview. The purpose of this note is to express your gratitude for the opportunity, reinforce your enthusiasm for the position, and remind the interviewer of your qualifications. Here are some key points to consider when using the template. 1. Personalize it. Make sure to address the interviewer by name and include specific details from your conversation. This shows that you paid attention and are genuinely interested in the role and the company. Second, reiterate your enthusiasm. Mention something specific that excites you about the role or the company. This could be a project you discuss or even an aspect of the team or company culture that you found appealing. Third, offer to provide additional information. Let them know you're available if they need any more information or have further questions. This keeps the line of communication open and shows your eagerness to engage. And 4, keep it professional and polite. Your note should be concise, respectful, and appreciative. It's a chance to leave a positive final impression. So be sure to review it for any errors before sending. Sending this thank you note within 24 hours of your interview will help you stand out and reinforce your interest in the position. On this last slide, we have outlined several valuable resources available to support your career development and preparation. Here's an overview of each resource. First, we have Career Spot drop-ins. For quick 15-minute consultations, including resume and cover letter critiques and obtaining a professional LinkedIn headshot, drop by our office. No appointment is necessary and you can drop in any weekday from Monday to Friday between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. Then we have appointments. For more in-depth conversations such as practice interviews or career planning, you can schedule an appointment. This can be conducted in person, virtually, or over the phone. To make an appointment, visit our front desk or use Handshake. Then we have internships. Stay updated with internship opportunities through our weekly newsletter, Microsoft Teams channel, and our YouTube channel. These resources provide valuable information on available internships and tips on how to apply. Then we have platforms. We offer access to a range of platforms including Handshake, Math Mentors, Parker Dewey, Forage, LinkedIn Learning, Interviewing.com, Interstride, and Coursera. These platforms provide various services from finding mentors and practicing interviews to earning micro certifications. All these resources are available for free through UTA. Lastly, follow us on our social media platforms to stay connected and receive updates on career resources, events, and tips. Utilize these resources to enhance your career preparation and development. They are all designed to support you in achieving your career goals. Please let us know in the comments if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching.